Man, there's a lot of swarf in this machine. Yeah, it's all down in here. This doesn't look too terrible though. Let's see how it cleans up. I like these little scribers, and they're just an excellent tool for doing stuff like cleaning out screw head slots. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get this all taken apart, and especially the headstock and everything before we get anything in the dip, because that electrolysis is, I've been made aware too. I was especially warned, there's shims in here and it'll eat the aluminum away, so any aluminum's gonna have to come off. My little the warboard tag and the feed chart, feed speed chart, and any little shims. There's some shims in here under the headstock, I noticed. You can see sticking out a little bit, which I think is a good sign, because that means, I haven't checked it yet, but that means that the tailstock should be a little high, which means that this lathe hasn't seen a lot of use, really. It's seen its share of abuse, but not a lot of use. I'm not sure exactly how I want to fix this. I was thinking I could possibly come in and just cut this off, so I got a flat, and then make a piece to go in there and screw it in or something. Because that's going to be a pretty difficult braze repair right there, I think. And I've never done any brazing before, so it'd be a first for me. I'm not sure if I want to make this my first brazing project. We've still got our the gear guard will need to be brazed up. That I'm not as worried about, because it's not as critical of a part. But this, this is a lot of work here, and that's going to be, I think, pretty difficult for even somebody that's experienced to get right. There's a lot of setup involved. I know Keith Fenner did a video. He was talking about dam brazing, where he actually made graphite parts in the lathe and put those in there, and it brazed around that, and the graphite dammed it up, and then he could remove that graphite afterwards. Kind of like they do with Babbitt, just pouring it around a mandrel. But anyhow, so I'm thinking probably the best way to go here is going to be to cut this off. You get in there, make it nice and flat, and then make a part to go in there and hold this worm in place. And I still haven't even looked into this, getting this gear yet. I'm gonna have to I have to look around and get some parts lists and things gathered up for this machine. Never worked on a South Bend before, never had one. I only have experience. This lathe, had to all be gone through, and it was everything was froze up on it. Didn't have a lot of rust to deal with. There was some minor, really oxidation, not really rust. Of course, rust is oxidation on the ways and stuff, but so I've got experience in this machine. But I already tell you get in this. I'm not going to pull it apart, but if you you ever seen inside the Atlas aprons, boy, they're really just very chintzy built, and Zamac parts in them, pot metal parts. Much better built machine over here, so. Alright. Well, I'm going to keep picking away at things. Still haven't gotten these screws loose. Man, they're in there. And I'm kind of disappointed my little Miller's Falls screwdriver couldn't take it. I really like this. I wish I had more of these. I only have the one. I don't use it often though, so it's just one of those things where I thought it would be easier to get in there with that and turn that and get a little leverage on it, because it's kind of hard to get in there with well, this one fits okay. Anyways, this one here is kind of a pain in the butt. You see, we've got, if I can walk around here. Got the carriage off, you know, and usually there wasn't any shims in here that I could find any trace of, so I don't know about that. It's we'll see how that works out and cross that bridge when it comes with it. Got a cross slide off, got the compound off, but I haven't finished getting this apart yet. I'm not sure exactly how this comes apart. I think that will unscrew with a spanner. So I gotta dig around through my spanners and see if I can find one that fits it. Yep, so that's where we are now. Gotta take this assembly apart too soon. Yeah, get all the little bits and pieces apart so that they can go in the dip. And I need to go dig the battery charger out so I can even set the dip up, because I'm not sure where I put it, to be honest. So I know it's sitting around, it's not too far away. Yeah, that just keeps more coming out, you know. This machine will probably weigh 5 pounds lighter when I get done with it. You know, the paint's falling off of it too. I think somebody painted this lathe gold at some point. You know, yeah, so that's just falling away there. So if you look over here, there's like a little gold paint on there. I found traces of it elsewhere. Ah, boy, the colors some people paint machines, you know, sometimes, you know, what was this thing at a carnival or something? Alright, until next time. Yeah, see the gold spray paint? Somebody had an interesting taste in colors for their shop. I'll be going with a gray, just like a machine should be. Haven't decided yet whether I'm going to do a light gray or a dark gray, but leaning towards a dark gray because, you know, my little drill press over here, I gotta wipe that thing down all the time, you know, because any of the oil shows up on it, and yeah, I just like the darker color. So, but then again, I do like the light color is also nice, you know. Yeah, we'll see. Probably go with dark. Well, I have the apron mostly apart now. Trying to figure out exactly how that's held in there. I might have to just look that up and to get that last handle off of there. But you know, my half nuts, look like they're in great shape, so that's a good sign. Still cannot get these 3 screws up here to budge to get this gearbox off, but I do have it so it'll turn, and if I work these in, it'll turn the lead screws. So I mean, at least that's not broken. I still may find some surprises in there when I get in there, but crossing my fingers. Started getting this loosened up, and loosen the bushing back here. I gotta look up just how these come apart. I could probably figure it out, but I'd rather look it up than risk possibly screwing something up trying to get it out. But seems okay. A little update, this actually is not a roller bearing headstock as I initially thought it was. You can see the split right in there. It looks like there's a layer of aluminum there, so okay, yeah, well, yeah, I'm still just getting through with the tear down. Once I have everything torn down, you know, I have all the parts. I like to set them in groups. So right now we have the apron group, and the saddle group, and over here the side gears and banjo, and over there on the table is a counter shaft. I haven't started screwing with that yet, but it's coming up. Okay. Well, I don't know. This might be it for the night, or I may come back out and fool with it some more, you know. I didn't have any work today, so I've just been coming out and dumping oil on things and knock it apart a little bit, get a little frustrated, walk away from it, do a little reading, then come back and try again. Yeah, it's been working so far. Okay, thanks for watching. I was just working on the headstock a little bit more. You know, this turns very smoothly. I don't feel any grittiness or anything once I got a little oil in there. As you can see, I've loosened these. And upon closer inspection, it looks like we've got quite a good bit of shim left as well. Which is a good sign, especially, you know, with those caps completely loose. I can't feel one bit of play in this. I haven't taken an indicator to it yet, so we'll see. But that's a good sign right there. You know, and I had good feelings about this too, seeing that the spindle threads were in very nice shape, and the spindle itself was clean. Though the inside of it is dirty as all hell, so that'll need to be addressed. Yeah, I think I'm probably done with this for tonight. So, you know, thank you for watching. If you like these videos, like them. Have something to say or have any questions, you know, go ahead and leave a comment. And if you'd like to see more, please subscribe, and have a wonderful day.